So Ray, we're just done your defect. We're in the middle of your handover exercise. Tegan's here, not starring in the video, because doesn't want to be in the video, but we'll make sure we have all the tenants in and proper. I want to take you back to the beginning of the journey. Why did you start this process? What was your motivation? What were you thinking at that time?
Being a subby, I didn't have enough in my super, so this is instead of having all our super money, and just when we retire we knew we wouldn't have enough to live off.
Right, so this is a strategy
Yes.
to create a nest egg, given that there wasn't one there already. You've done well with your house, you've got the job all happening, happy with the family, all associated, but it's that retirement issue.
Yep, we paid out our mortgage on the house we live in, 3 kids, of course, always getting bigger bills, want.
Yep.
Just want to make sure we've got enough to live off when we retire, maybe go for a second, third investment house as well.
Yep.
Within the next 5 years. Hopefully happy days.
Very good. So, if we go back to that first stage, we actually caught up at the beginning. How did you find that? Because you'd spoken to other people by then.
I'd already spoken to 3 or 4 different other builders, brokers, people that were pushy. I didn't like the sales attitude until I come across Jeff. I'm pretty upfront.
How is it different?
You weren't pushy, you knew what you were talking about, and you just laid back.
Good. Went through a discovery process, I'd call it, but yeah, that works there. And how was that early journey? You decided to go ahead for some reason. What was the reasoning behind actually pushing the button and on dual living?
Dollars, just comparing apples to apples.
Yep. So the return on investment?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And now we've had a build journey. So we've gone through that whole process. It has its ups and downs. It's one of the reasons why, it's called a control crash for a reason. Yeah. How have you found that process? How's that relationship been through all of that? And what are your comments on the build journey?
Well, this is our first investment, so it's a learning curve for myself and Catherine, my wife. Jeff was upfront with everything. He was very knowledgeable. I quizzed him a few times and he got the big tick of approval very soon. All good.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you now for a mark. And in true NPS scoring, we need to be upfront and say it's all the way from 0 through to 10. And the question is, how happy would you be referring someone else to Haverton Homes?
I'd give you at least 8, maybe a 9 even. The only issues that we had, it was always sorted out nice and quickly. Jeff's been my main point of contact.
Stuff's going to happen during a build. It rains, things are...
It rains. I said from the start I wouldn't be an easy person to deal with. I had to twist our designs a little bit, just to put our own stamp of ourselves on the house. Good or bad or ugly.
No, extra toilet, so that's a good thing to present to clients in certain circumstances, and hopefully you'll get some extra rent for it, and you're comfy with it. Yep. Got to stay as logical as possible, right? But a little bit of emotion creeps in there.
Yeah.
So I need to go back. Is it an 8 or a 9? Just so that we know for the record and for our scoring.
9.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Wasn't trying to talk you into that. What advice other people watch this. They don't know what they're doing, or they do. They're at the beginning of their journey. They may think they've got it 100% sorted out. So what would you say to them?
Just compare them with a few other people and make sure it adds up. If it doesn't look right or something doesn't feel right, if there's an alarm bell ringing, check out why.
Some of the times though, I find people are extremely confident when they talk to other people. They've got no awareness that the price could move, or that some of the things they thought were guaranteed aren't, or those sorts of characteristics. So how does someone else, if they're comfortable with someone who potentially isn't telling them the right thing, how do they get that level of certainty about what the difference is in a genuine fixed price package. This block's got a bit more slope. We have had to do a whole lot of extra things to this project. How much extra have you paid?
Not a cent.
Not 1 cent, right? So what does that do in a project? Because if you had to pay at every one of those turns, that would have been an awful pain in the neck. Yeah?
Yeah.
So how does someone find that?
And it definitely wouldn't be a 9 out of 10 then.
No, but it is. So that's what it is, right? So in terms of advice for folk?
Just make sure you do your homework.
Very good. And are you happy that I show this to some other people?
Yep.
Yeah? Your permission is required. I'm not allowed to show it to someone without getting that.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you for the journey. And we'll go and get a coffee.
Thanks, Jeff.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks.